Before you took your first breath, you won the most brutal competitive event in the history of the universe. You were the first, the fastest, the strongest. You defeated over 300 million other competitors in a race where there was only one single winner. And that winner was you. Every single person you see, every face that passes you on the street, every CEO, every artist, every athlete, every lover, every friend, they all did the same thing. They all won that same impossible race. You are living, breathing proof that victory is not just possible for you. It is your origin story. It is the very first line of your biography. You are here because you are a champion. So why have you forgotten what that feels like? I want you to think back, not to your first job, not to your first heartbreak, not to your first big success or failure. I want you to think back further than memory can take you. Before the sound of your mother's voice, before the feeling of a blanket, before light itself. I want you to imagine a darkness that is not empty, but is teeming with potential. A silent, desperate scramble of astronomical proportions. This is not a metaphor. This is biology. This is your genesis. There was a goal, a single point of light in that darkness. And there were, quite literally, hundreds of millions of others, all surging towards it. They were all you. And yet, they were not. They were possibilities. They were potential lives. And they fell, one, by the millions. The journey was a gauntlet, an acidic, hostile environment designed to break down the weak, the slow, the ill-equipped. It was a trial by fire that most could not survive. But one did. One persisted. One fought through the burning darkness, driven by an instinct so pure, so singular, that it defies our understanding of will. It was a will to exist, a will to become. And that one was you. You were not a passive passenger. You were a warrior in a microscopic, cosmic war. You were not just swimming. You were competing. You were striving. You were overcoming. You were the first to reach the finish line. You were the one who fused, who connected, who began the chain reaction that would become your heartbeat, your thoughts, your dreams. You didn't just show up. You conquered. Let that sink in for a moment. Out of 300 million possibilities, you were the one. The gold medalist. The sole survivor. You did this without a coach, without a motivational speech, without a self-help book. You did it with a raw, unadulterated drive to win. You had the patience to endure the journey, and the fire to be the first. You were born from a victory so absolute, so statistically improbable, that your very existence is a miracle of persistence. So what happened? When did you go from being that undeniable force of nature to the person who hesitates before sending an email? When did you transition from the champion who beat 300 million to the person who is afraid to ask for a raise, to start the business, to write the book, to talk to the stranger, to get out of bed on a hard morning? Life happened. And life is very good at making you forget your own fire. Think of a newborn. It has just won the universe's ultimate tournament. It enters the world with a scream, a declaration of victory. It demands what it needs. It is unapologetic in its existence. It doesn't worry if its crying is bothering the other babies in the nursery. It doesn't compare its swaddling blanket to the one in the next crib. It simply is, in all its powerful, victorious need. Then slowly, the world begins to sand down your edges. You are taught to wait your turn. You are taught that being too loud, too demanding, too different is a bad thing. You are given a routine, a path, a set of rules. You are handed fears. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Fear of not being enough. You are offered comfort. The soft, seductive whisper that says it's easier to stay where you are. You are. You learn to sit down, to be quiet, to lower your expectations, to be realistic. And in that process, the memory of your first great victory begins to fade. It becomes a biological fact, a piece of trivia, instead of the foundational truth of your being. The champion within you falls asleep. It doesn't die. It just gets buried under layers of doubt, regret, and the mundane. The fire that once propelled you through an impossible race is now just a pilot light, flickering quietly, almost forgotten. You started walking this earth forgetting that everyone else is a winner too. But you also forgot that most winners stop acting like one. They hang up their gloves after that first, great, unseen victory. They spend the rest of their lives living as if they lost, apologizing for their space, minimizing their dreams, and bowing to obstacles that are, in the grand scheme of their own history, laughably small. Look at the obstacle in front of you right now. That thing that feels so massive, so insurmountable. That project you're avoiding. That conversation you're dreading. That goal that seems so far away. Now, hold it up against the backdrop of your first race. You've already faced 1,000,000 to 1 odds and won. You've already navigated a hostile environment and triumphed. You've already done the impossible. This thing in front of you? This is just one more competitor, and you've already beaten 300 million. What's one more? The twist, the profound and heartbreaking irony, is that we are all born champions into a world that convinces us we are participants, not winners. We are taught to line up for a race we've already run. We are told we need to earn our worth, when our worth was proven the moment we came into being. We look for external validation, for trophies and titles and likes, to prove to ourselves what we should already know in our bone. We are waiting for a starting gun that fired a long, long time ago. I want you to imagine that sleeping champion inside you. It's not a metaphor. It's a part of you, the very core of you. It's the you that won. It's curled up, covered in the dust of forgotten dreams and the cobwebs of compromise. It's been asleep for years, maybe decades, but it's not dead. It's waiting for a reminder. It's waiting for you to whisper the truth back into your own soul. That truth is this: you didn't come this far by accident. You didn't stumble your way into existence. You fought for it. You clawed your way here. You were chosen by the most rigorous selection process imaginable. The process of life itself. Your existence is not a random occurrence. It is the result of a decisive, monumental victory. So whenever you feel that familiar ache of inadequacy, that voice that says you're not strong enough, not smart enough, not worthy enough, I want you to do something. I want you to close your eyes and go back to that darkness. Feel the sheer multitude of others around you, all vying for the same chance. Feel the immense, overwhelming odds. And then feel your own relentless drive pushing forward, past every single one of them. Feel what it was like to be first, to be the one, to win. That feeling, that raw, untamed energy, is still there. It's your birthright. It's the ember at your center. Your job is not to create a new fire. Your job is to fan the flames of the one that has been burning since the very beginning. This is your call to remember. This is your invitation to stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop acting like a loser when your very cells contain the blueprint of a champion. You didn't beat 300 million other possibilities to sit on the sidelines of your own life. You didn't overcome impossible odds to be defeated by a bad day, a negative comment, a failed attempt. A failed attempt is just that, an attempt. It's not the end of the race. It's a stumble. And you, of all people, know how to recover from a stumble. You know how to keep going when the path is acidic and dark. You've done it before. The real question isn't, can you win again? The universe has already answered that question with a resounding biological yes. The real question, the one that will define the rest of your life, is this: when did you stop believing that you could? When did you trade your championship mindset for a participation trophy? When did you agree to play small in a world that you, by your very nature, are built to conquer? It's time to reignite the fire. It's time to wake the champion up. It doesn't require a massive, life-altering decision today. It starts with a whisper. It starts the next time you face something hard. Instead of shrinking back, I want you to take one deep breath and say to yourself, I have done harder things without even knowing it, and it will be the truth. That difficult conversation? It's nothing compared to the race you've already run. That financial struggle? You've already overcome poorer odds. That creative block? You are the product of the greatest creative act in the universe. That heartbreak? Your heart was built by a victor, and it can beat this too. You are not broken. You are not lacking. You are simply forgetful. You have amnesia of your own greatness. Today's the day you start your recovery. Today is the day you begin to remember. Look at your hands. These are the hands of a winner. Feel your heart beating in your chest. That is the rhythm of a champion. Every breath you take is a testament to a victory that happened before you were born. Don't you dare dishonor that victory by living a life of quiet surrender. The world needs the champion you were born to be. It needs your fire, your drive, your unique victory, manifested in your work, your art, your relationships, your life. Don't deprive us of that, and don't deprive yourself. You already won once. The most important race. The only race that ever truly mattered. Now go out there and remember what that feels like, and start living like the champion you are. You've already proven you can win. You just forgot. Now, remember.